Hey everyone, it's Abby and welcome back to the channel. Long time no see. It's currently the tail end of summer here in Berlin and I'm filming at my new room. So obviously the wall situation is still a work in progress, but I didn't have an intro for this video, so this is the intro for the video. So I have filmed a mid-year journal review a few months ago, but I never got to upload it because life happened, and I also have been traveling around and teaching workshops in the US. So I decided to just make this video the planner and journal review for 2023, mostly journals actually. I don't talk about my planners that much anymore because I'm still working on figuring out the proper way to allocate my tasks, because coming into the start of the year I thought I had a lot of work to do every day, and then I went into this like full depressive dark era towards the winter early spring. So actually I abandoned a lot of my journals and planners, and I calibrated my system a lot towards summer when all the work started to pile up. Let me know what you think about your planners and journals, and I do hope you enjoy this video. So if you haven't yet, I have a video called My Current Journal Stack. It's pretty much the same stack, and yes, they're all in the same color scheme, but you will notice that the traveler's notebook cover looks a bit different because I got an olive cover earlier this year. So we're gonna look at every one of them and I'm gonna show you like how it's been for me. Some have like gained its chunk, like this really cute A6 one. So I have been journaling a lot still the past few months, but with the addition of being able to travel again, it's also kind of like my attention has been kind of sidetracked because travel journaling for me is a huge thing. And I also want to show you like my updated setup in a bit, but how I've been like working with backlogs and also like migrating some of the info for travel and also for daily. But these are the ones that I reach for regularly, not every day, but I'll show you and you'll probably figure out like which one is like more an everyday thing or like a weekly thing. So first up is this media journal. I haven't really made a video about this. I did share it on Patreon, but this is supposed to be my media log in an attempt to downsize from the one I had last year. But I do have some printouts here of films that I rewatched that I probably have to update. So that's Hunger Games and Grand Budapest Hotel. The main idea behind this media log in comparison to how I used to do it was to keep it short and also just like one page for writing. Honestly, I don't really have to write like 3 pages about it. The reason I started this was because of After Sun. So these are Traveler's Notebook passport inserts and they fit in this Moomin cover. And I also have my... Oh, this is... I also watch Catching Fire, of course. I also have my all the new movies stamp from Everyday Explorers and this review ruler thing. It's from Hobonichi, and actually I got it because of the star. So yeah, that's my media journal. I wish I updated it more, but also I'm not really forcing myself. This other one exists for like notes on films and like upcoming stuff. I usually lurk on Letterboxd. You can follow me on Letterboxd. Actually, I log a lot of stuff there. I feel like I log more on Letterboxd, but it's like an Instagram account for film buffs. Next up in the lineup, this is probably my personal favorite. So this one exists as like a catch-all journal slash like gratitude list, but also it's just a log of small things that I want to remember, like a story from today or my gratitude list. So I think sometime in March I started a gratitude list, which you can see here, and every Sunday I write some things that I'm grateful for, which I know is like cheesy, but honestly I was at my lowest point like sometime in April, and just having these little moments to hold on to were like really, really important for me, like looking back. I also had a whole phase of Daisy Jones and the Six, so I also made a journal spread about that. So it's like a mix of just current things that I've been like finding joy in, little highlights. Like last Saturday we went to the beach, it was super fun. And this is like a very like informal journal, and I still like it that way. It's just very casual, and I also ask people to write on it. So yeah, it's really, really helpful for me. Maybe I won't finish it. Maybe I'll finish this and like not like have a new one, but right now I'm not like pressured to really you know, finish it for the sake of starting a new journal. Yeah, it's like super chunky now. Probably the only difference of the stack is that this cover is entirely different from the one that I had before. Also, I finished the January to June. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. As usual, I use different ways to kind of switch up the layouts. This is the current one that I have for my weekly log. So inside I have the Baumkuchen Moon Milk canvas pouch. One thing that I added to my setup is this one, which is very efficient. This is a sticker release insert, which I did have a video before on organizing stickers. So at first I thought I'd just use this for traveling, and then I realized now that like I use it a lot for daily journaling as well. And extra PET tape samples, washi samples, whatever are here. And then this is the current one, the July to December edition, which I like because it's brown. I already pre-decorated it like as the start of the year. But yeah, the updates are still the same. I started updating and I still have to catch up. Usually I'm so bad on like catching up on weekends. I don't know if I want to keep this format. I think the main concern for me was like it's just too narrow. I also thought it would work for me, but I read a lot and I just wanted to have it more like, you know, probably the layout I should change. I don't know if I want to shift to the memo, but I definitely will not continue on the weekly vertical. So I also tried kind of varying the line spacing where I actually follow the lines, but I just felt like the line spacing is just too wide for me. It just becomes like too crowded sometimes. So yeah, I don't know if the weekly vertical is working for me. But yeah, that's my recap. That's my review of this. I've been loving the olive cover so far. It's like, I don't know, I just decided to switch to it because my camel cover has been with me for like 7 years and it needs to get a little break. Last but definitely not the least is the Diarist. This is a journal that I created. It's available, by the way, at Yoseka Stationery. So I am really, really happy that there is, we have a US stockist for this because a lot of people have been asking how to get this. So I created this journal, and the cover is actually a Midori Codex cover. So it's not like, doesn't fit snugly, but it's enough for like if you want to do like chunky journal spreads, then it can definitely hold this. And this one is my private journal and also like just some musings and stuff, so I never really share about the pages here. This is a hospital here in Berlin, by the way. So if I probably didn't mention it, but like in mid-May, I got injured. I fell off a construction site and I had to wear a cast for 6 weeks, which is why there are no videos on my channel. And I just used that time to just reluctantly like take a break from all the things that I've been working on. I feel like I kind of pushed myself too hard, and this is in the middle of going through so many life changes. So I just, you know, I really sought support from journaling, and you can see that I really like used it as a way for me to kind of make sense of things. So that's also why I haven't like given myself any liberty to like share this online, because I don't know, these things I just kind of want to process alone. Oh, I did this spread where I hand lettered something and I was really proud of it. This one. I will link the info, I will link the newsletter down below. It's from Austin Kleon. I love reading his Substack. Where's my progress now? It's like, yeah, halfway pretty much. So these are some currently inked ones from not so current anymore. But yeah, that's the diarist for you. And then this is my travel journal. Just a quick update. But I did have a travel journal set up earlier this year, which is still the same. It was just that I have a new journal insert because I traveled, and also this is like actually a preview for my New York workshop. I still have this folder in. I will probably load it with new stationery for my upcoming trip, and I thought it would be a good time to use the Traveler's Hotel insert because I'm going to the US for a really long time in the summer. I'm going to New York and San Francisco, and so I thought I'd just document everything in one insert, one special insert. But as of now, I'm catching on backlog from this Madrid insert. So in June, I went to Madrid for a few days, and I didn't know that they had a limited edition insert with Traveler's Notebook, so I got this one. And I didn't plan to document all my Madrid trips here because it was only a 4-day trip. So I do have like some Madrid stuff inside, but then I just decided to do like a summer 2023 Europe kind of documenting because I also went to Italy for a little healing trip. So yeah, this exists for that, and so far I have to catch up. So yeah, looking forward to using this and catching up on backlogs. Last but definitely not the least is we have a new cast member here. So in the spring of 2023, I got a Hobonichi Weeks, and the main reason is this one used to be in my green zip case, which is currently not in use, and I ended up not using this as planned. So it was supposed to be a work planner, a daily work planner, but then I don't know, I just grew up and I decided to like not overload myself with too much work. So what happened was I just used it as a catch-all for my meetings and random ideas. I just kind of gave up with it. I did feel like it was a bad decision, but then I didn't really know what to expect. And with that came in this idea of getting a Hobonichi Weeks. So it's really my work and life stuff. So I found it really useful. It's really handy for me. This one is always in my bag, and it has the very crucial things like my life in monthly calendars. So every time I have schedules or any meetings, it has to be recorded here, otherwise I won't remember them. So that's it for this comprehensive journal review video. I already kind of know what I want to use for next year. I've been eyeing a lot on using ASICs and really like paring down my system in such a way that encourages me to use my journals more. Definitely learned a lot from all the things I've been interested in and how I kind of like document them and put them together into a notebook. So thank you for watching, and I did mention I would have like not much journaling videos, but I still do have journaling videos. I'm trying to like shift a lot of the content here on YouTube to create more vlogs and also just play around with other creative pursuits that I personally have. I have been also experimenting on new products and revamping a lot of my Patreon tiers. So if you'd like to support me on my creative journey and know more about what's going on in my side of the creative world, you can join our art club on patreon.com/abc. I also have exclusive access to a lot of journal tours over there, as well as my initial plans for my 𝚘𝚘𝚅𝚍 next year. So if you'd like to snoop in and know what I'm going to be using for next year, make sure to head to Patreon to check that out. Being part of Patreon also allows me to create more videos because it's the best way you can support me as a creator. So thank you so much in advance. Thank you to my patrons, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you online wherever you are. or maybe on the next video. Always be creating. Bye!